Alright guys, back here at Nationals again, and this time we have my good teammate Tim Palacios. He got top 32, and we actually played against each other in Swiss, and we were worried that we weren't going to both make it, because it was a really close match between us, and we almost drew, but I won somehow. And he was playing a very interesting deck. He was playing Mono Red Pan. He's been playing this deck a long time, and it's like the only deck he really plays, so he's like he has the most expertise when it comes to this deck. So he's going to show off his updated list, because if you guys saw his recent, was it regionals?
Las Vegas?
That was Gen Con. That was the last deck profile. How would you?
Oh.
Yeah. So he's going to show you his updated Mono Red list.
Yep, Mono Red. Okay. So we're playing Pan Leader. First thing you summon on per turn gives it 5k. If it becomes 20k, you draw a card. Same thing on the back. When it flips over, reset 2 energy. So pretty standard leader. Has the same effect on front and back. I played 2 Bodyguard Legends. When you don't have anything on the board, you can summon it for free. So I do that a lot turn 1. They summon something like Bardock or anything turn 1, and just leave it there. So I charge 1, slam this down, draw 1 for turn, and pretty much pass. It's just a free blocker and free draw for the turn. Then I played 4 Turnipag Yamchas.
This card is very, very strong.
This card is exactly what the deck missed, and what it does, it's a 2 cost, 2 red, 15k. When you slam it down, Pan will give it 5k. So it becomes 20, you draw a card for Pan. Every time it swings, it's an auto, so it's not once per turn. It is once per turn when you swing, but it's not a main phase active or anything like that. It's when you swing, you look at the top 3 cards on your deck for an Earthling. Any Earthling. No energy cost requirement.
So the half Saiyans work too?
Yeah, any of the half Saiyans work. They're all Earthlings, and you add it to your hand. Then you shuffle your deck afterward.
Pretty insane.
So that card, especially if you can protect it, you get multiple draws. That card works in getting the new Super Combo Bulma. She's an Earthling, and she's a 0 10k. And it's the same thing for having 4 or less life. I don't play the Sparking one. Pan doesn't generate enough drop to play the Sparking, so I play the 4 or less life, and she's a standard Super Combo draw card. Played 2 Digging Deeps. This card is necessary in the deck, I found out. I wasn't playing it before. I play it now with the Pan Leader, since you need to awaken. A lot of people this format, they don't like attacking you. They like to stall you out. They'll leave you at 5 for a turn. They'll leave you at 6. You summon him and put a lot of pressure on. He becomes 20 with Pan. Swing, take it, effect, take life. Restand, becomes 25k.
25 dual, untap your untap mana, broken.
Yep.
This card's very good at killing free Hans.
Right. And then I played 4 of the Vegetas. They're basically super combos, but for 1, you combo, it comes into play, Pan gives it 5k, draw a card. Played 4 Fearless Pans.
One of the best cards in the deck.
Yep. This one will give everything you have double strike and 5k for the turn. It's also a barrier blocker, which helps against Victory Strike. Anything that's going to try and kill you. The new Gojitas, when they're swinging for triple strike, like you want to block them, you don't really want to take that damage. So having this on board is key, especially when you're going for game and stuff like that. I was at 0 cards in hand against Danny Hype, and I slammed this down. Well, I had a Yamcha in hand for the draw for turn. Had 3 energy, slammed Yamcha down, draw a card, got this, flipped for Awaken because I was at 4. Got back to 3 energy, slammed this down. So I gave Yamcha 5k, so from Pan, and then 5k from the other Pan. So it became a 25k double strike. Pan's a 20k double strike. Pan gave the new Fearless 5k, so I drew a card, got a Time Patrol, slammed that down, and swung with Yamcha for 25k double strike, searched out, got a super combo, played that, and just went for game.
Card's insane.
Played 2 Burst Attack. This card's great for drawing when you're at 4 in hand, so it's great after a Cell Chain, after a Gogeta mill to make you go down to 3.
Or after you chain Zeno.
Yeah, or after chain Zeno, you can just get this and get your hand refilled. So this is great. I wouldn't recommend anything more than that. I didn't need it. There's a lot of times I charged it. It's not great in the Storm. just a combo card at that point. But anything else, it's great on. Played 2 Warrior Obsessed Prince Vegetas. This one's for playing battle cards for the Deadly Defenders that people are playing. You need to get over them. The Vegito, you need to get over it. Bergamos, if they have those. So a lot of things like that. Or if they put something down in rest mode or active mode that you need to clear, like the Black Mass Saiyans that they came out with, that you can't combo or you can't play with this because then you'll discard 2. So you slam this down, clear board, and then you can go. Played 4 Foreseeing Hips. Just all around, just great card. Slam it down, draw a card, look at your opponent's hand, rip 2 cards. If you want to rip super combos or anything like that.
It's one of your few double strikers as well.
Yep, and you can't grab extra cards, but you can slam it down and rip key cards out of your opponent's hand and either delay their turn till the next turn, till the end of the next turn, or just go for game.
You can rip Gogetas out of their hand.
Yep, that's a big one, really big. Played 3 Unbreakables, another super combo. I tried not to go too heavy on the deck for 10Ks because Pan doesn't have the energy for it. So I only played 4 double shots and 3 of these for energy wise. Everything else is free combo. Just another super combo. 2 Intensifying Trunks. These were a last minute addition. I wasn't playing them before. I'm glad I did. They allowed me to be able to chain Zeno with 3 energy. They allowed me to awaken. People left me at 5 life yesterday, and I would slam this down, attack with it, take a life, and then after that I'd be at 4. I'd chain Zeno, and then I'd flip, reset 2 energy, and just go. So I'd have energy to defend myself. Played 3 of the Quick Rush Trunks. These are great on Shenron. They don't attack you early often. They don't attack you very fast, so you have time to summon this down and crit them, because that way they don't get more cards to their hand. It works on anything that's a slow deck, not really so much a fast deck against you, and it helps you with your Chain Zeno plays as well. Like 4 Chain Attack. This card is absolutely necessary for the deck. It got me out of so many situations that were that Pan. She's a fair leader. She's not broken, and
she's one of the best fair leaders.
Yep. And against the other leaders that draw a million cards and keep going and put you at a disadvantage, you can combo out your whole hand, defend yourself, and then when you get to, depending on the energy, if you have cards for evolving or not, then you just slam this down and go into Zeno and reset your hand, and the game is balanced at that point. 3 Zeno. I wanted to see it. I didn't want to see it too often. I didn't want my hand clouded with them, so I didn't play 4. I didn't play 2. You wouldn't see it enough. So 3 is the perfect number. You'll have it when you need it, and when you don't need it, then you might have a copy, but you just charge it at that point. Check. Put in 1, planted them 2. I saw it when I needed it, which was amazing. There was matchups when people were main decking Black Mass Saiyans. This card it's an answer. Every single turn, if they try and slam it down, if they try and wish it back with Shenron, you just kill it. Every single turn. You swing with leader, combo that, pop the Black Mass Saiyan, get it off the board. Then play 4 After Images. This card is probably the MVP of the deck. Even more so than Chain Zeno. It alone stole games from my opponents. My opponents they played Gogeta, got my hand down to 3. I was at 4 life. They swung at me with 3 attacks. First swing, so I took 3 life. I couldn't defend myself, so I was at 1. I had 2 energy up. He swung again, After Image. Didn't take damage, didn't combo. Swung again, second After Image. Saving for the turn, won me the game the following turn. I was at 1 life, you couldn't kill me. It's better than the negates. 100% better than the negates. You do all take life. If you're at 5 in discard pile, you can activate the Spark effect. You can take a life. It'll help you self-awaken. It'll help you when you're tapped out. It's an amazing card. And then I played 2 Time Patrol. A lot of people ask me why I don't play the other Overrealm.
Supreme Kai of Time?
Supreme Kai of Time. Why I don't play that one. I was. And it's a great card. But she is not an Earthling. you can search this out with Yamcha.
That is true.
And that's the whole point of the deck, is it adds consistency to the deck with Earthlings, so that your hand is you never miss it with Yamcha. I have 26, 25 Earthlings in the deck, and so 50% of the deck is targets. And so you hardly ever miss with Yamcha. And then if you can search this out, you're only going to overwhelm once, maybe twice a game. You don't want to overwhelm too much, because then you're after images, you can't activate Sparking. But when you need to, this is a great card. It doesn't cost energy, and you get to filter your deck to set up the top cards so you can draw into it.
That's true. Any important side cards?
Quite a few. Well, not. There's a bunch. Let's see. What do we got? I got 2 dependable robot Gears. These come in for Storm. That's pretty much the only matchup they do come in for, and they're great. Free blockers are Storm's worst nightmare. Like, they can't get around them. They have to waste a flute on them if they want to do that. Otherwise, they don't have a way to answer it. And when they're trying to swing with Foos for double strike, with Miras to give them double strike, you just block, you don't take the damage. I played 3 Crisis Crushers. These came in against Storm as well, which actually it hindered my opponent quite a bit. They would summon their Bardoks, and they'd have to swap out into Goten. They can't attack me with Bardock. They don't have an answer for this. So if it just stays on board, then it just stays there. They don't have an answer. And they can never attack with their Bardoks. So that helped a lot. It slowed the deck down. It allowed me to get to turn 4 so I could chain Zeno. I sided in an extra planet for when they sided in their Black Mass Saiyans, and I felt like I needed it. Sided 2 Terra Assault Frost for the Deadly Defenders, Bergamo, Vegito, that kind of thing. These are answers for it.
Card kill my Vegito.
It's also an amazing tech against Hercule, because Hercule is always either 5 or 10. So every time you swing and you kill a battle card, it takes 1. It automatically, because he never gets to 15. Sided in 1 Fu Mystery, Shrouded in Mystery. Never sided it in. Never had the opportunity to. There was a few games when I got to 6 energy, but I didn't side it in. It wasn't necessary. I didn't want to tap out for it. I didn't. So the only matchup I was going to side it in for was the Pan Mirror match. It'll win the game, since Pan Mirror matches get up there in energy. They get to 6, 7, 8, 9 energy before the game ends. So this is a great card for that. Sided in 1 Black Mass Saiyan, or Mass Saiyan. And it would come in for Storm if I felt like it. Otherwise, I didn't really have a reason to side it in. I never did. It never came up. So it's just a thing that I needed. I felt like I needed, but I didn't actually. 3 Harus for anything green, yellow. Androids were a big thing, so they came in. I never saw them when I played against androids. Again, when I played Danny. But if I would have drawn into them, they would have been great. And then 2 of the Dark Power Black Mass Saiyans. These are the new ones that prevent you from comboing and putting things into play through non-keyword effects. So
as long as it's 15k.
Yep, 15k or less. So they ruled as well that the Legix, this is a non-keyword skill effect, is how they ruled it this weekend. So if you played this and they had this on board, you would discard 2. And then that goes for any free blocker. And
really?
Yeah. Yeah, the Gears. It would
so
work
this guy and free blockers just get hurt by him.
Yep.
That's good to know.
So you can chain Zeno with this, but you'll discard 2 after chain Zeno. And the Vegetas that come into play, the free Hans, stuff like that, they all make you discard 2. So that's what I got.
Well, thanks for the video, and we'll see you guys next time. He'll probably be playing Pan again.
Yep.